Hello viewers, I am Israel and I'm here to engage you with the hormonal compensatory mechanism that's popularly referred to as RAA system, which stands for Renin, Angiotensin, Aldosterone system. In the state of hypovolemia, which could be caused as any reason, there will be hypoperfusion of blood to the kidneys. And when there's hypoperfusion, which obviously stands for low perfusion or supply of blood to the kidney, the juxtaglomerular cells will pick this up and then release renin, which is an enzyme. Renin will then convert angiotensinogen, which is a plasma protein but produced by the hepatocytes of the liver, into angiotensin 1. Angiotensin 1 is inactive and it will remain in the blood, whereby it will be transported into the lungs. And in the lungs, it will be converted by angiotensin converting enzyme, popularly referred to as RAAS, into angiotensin 2. Now, angiotensin 2 is what we really need to help us to restore the low blood pressure. And this is achieved by 4 functions of the angiotensin 2. The first thing it does is to initiate vasoconstriction, simply because it's a very short acting but potent, which means it is powerful vasoconstrictor. It causes vasoconstriction in the arterioles, which will increase the systemic vascular resistance. And because there's increase in the systemic vascular resistance, there will be increase in the blood pressure, because the blood pressure is equal to the cardiac output multiplied by the systemic vascular resistance. The second thing that angiotensin 2 will then do is to reabsorb sodium from the proximal convoluted tubule. Once sodium is being reabsorbed from the proximal convoluted tubule, water will equally be reabsorbed, because wherever sodium goes, water will follow it as well. When there's reabsorption of water, there will be increase in the circulating volume, and because there's increase in circulating volume, there will be increase in stroke volume, and because there's increase in stroke volume, there will be increase in cardiac output, because cardiac output is equals to stroke volume multiplied by the heart rate, which will then lead to increase in blood pressure, because blood pressure is equals to cardiac output multiplied by the systemic vascular resistance. Now, the third thing that angiotensin 2 would do is to stimulate the adrenal gland, which is just sat on the top of both kidneys, to release aldosterone. And aldosterone will go to the distal convoluted tubule to reabsorb sodium but secrete potassium. And like before, once sodium is reabsorbed, water will equally be reabsorbed, because water will go wherever sodium goes. Because we've got increase in the reabsorption of water, increasing in the circulating volume, then we will have increase in stroke volume. And because there's increase in stroke volume, we'll have increase in cardiac output. There's increase in cardiac output, there will equally be increase in blood pressure, since we still remember that our blood pressure is equals to cardiac output multiplied by the systemic vascular resistance. Now, the fourth thing that angiotensin 2 does is to stimulate the hypothalamus, to stimulate the posterior pituitary gland to release antidiuretic hormone, which is an hormone that is produced in the hypothalamus but stored in the posterior pituitary gland. So the antidiuretic hormone goes directly to the connecting duct to introduce water channel, so that water molecules can physically be reabsorbed back into the circulating volume. And once this is achieved, there will be increase in the stroke volume. Because there's increase in the stroke volume, there would then be increase in the cardiac output, and because there's increase in cardiac output, we'll have increase in blood pressure volume. So this is how the hormonal compensatory mechanism tends to maintain the blood pressure in the event that there is hypovolemia, and then the renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system will kick in to maintain the hemodynamics of the body. Thank you very much for being my audience, and I look forward to next week when I will be engaging you with more basic physiology stuff. Thank you very much, and bye for now.